Hey all, this is Mike Strout from Clear Sky Produce, also known as the Strout Family Garden, and I just thought I'd give a brief overview of what we have going this year. It's been about 3 weeks since my last update, and I thought I'd zip over a few things that are going on in my garden. Before we get to the raised beds here, I'd just show the blueberries. They are all doing good. Some of these got a little bit tall, so we're investigating some options. I don't really want to prune them because they will, even these tall ones, will put out some fruit. So for right now, I kind of have them tied inside the bush. If anyone has any ideas on how to deal with those big ones, let me know. Otherwise, here is our raised beds. On the left side here, we have our oldest cabbage that was started probably about a month ago, and then we have radishes started about the same time. You can see they are doing really well, and radishes will probably be ready to harvest in about probably another 2 weeks or so, about the time the cabbage is ready to push them out of the bed. Over here we have the other cabbage, and that's about probably 2-3 weeks newer, and same with the radishes. And as I go down here, we have our onions. Kind of hard to see, but they're looking really good as well. And decided to put them all in one bed this year, so they're not really fighting with everything else in the bed. So it'll be fun to see how this onion bed looks in about a couple months. Over here, some more of those cabbage, and we're going to put a couple more rows of radishes in there. Nice thing about spacing it out like I did is we won't have everything come done at the same time. We'll have, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, about 20, 22 head of cabbage there, and then we'll have another about 30 head right here that'll be ready 2-3 weeks later. And then I have a couple of kohlrabi that I don't know if they're going to do anything or not, but I guess we'll see. Pop over here quick. This is new. Many of you remember last year I had 2 rows of hydroponics. The first one was for tomatoes, and the buckets here that hold our nutrient formula, these are actually 55-gallon drums that are buried, were in the middle. I decided to move them to the end this time, and then this whole area where these 3 rows are going to be will be covered in bird netting, because the birds were a huge issue last year. I lost probably 2/3 of my tomatoes to the birds. So this year it'll be all under a real lightweight bird netting, keep them out, and should be a nice big harvest. All told, this year we'll have 28 tomato plants, and then in this row will be 14 cucumber, and in this row we should have 14 pepper plants. And this is new this year. I have 3 rows of snow peas. This is a really sunny area of the yard all summer long and all spring long, so I thought, let's make use of it. So I just decided, let's try and grow something right in the middle of the yard, and put this trellis netting up. So in about a month or 2, those snow peas will be climbing up that, and if all goes well, I should get close to 100 pounds of snow peas out of all that. Pretty exciting. Over here is another exciting thing we have going on. This is going to be our blackberry patch. You can see I have 3 rows here that I just put in this week of Prime Arc Freedom thornless blackberries. It's kind of a new cultivar I'm real excited about, and this is just going to be great. By next year, the year after, we'll have 3 solid rows of blackberries that'll produce a big harvest in the late spring, early summer, and then another harvest in the late fall, as this particular cultivar of blackberry does that. So that's exciting. Over here are peach trees and this nectarine. They're looking good. You can see that they are starting to bud up, which is a little bit scary because it's way too early. With all this warm weather we've been having here in Texas, it's, I think, 78 degrees today. They think it's spring, but it's really not. If we get a usual freeze like we do in mid to late March, we'll probably not get a peach harvest this year. Last thing I wanted to show you is our tomatoes. Here is one that I started. You can see that it is really solid. I want to say a special thanks to my friend Kenny Gill, who told me a secret formula that all his greenhouse growers use to keep plants nice and stocky so they don't get leggy this time of year. You cut down on the phosphorus in the fertilizer that I use, and it seems to be doing really well. A couple of them need a little bit of help, but all in all, pretty happy. I only need to get 28 out of these about 38 that I have here, so I should be in good shape. So that's about it for February 20th. I suppose we'll be talking with you about March 15th, and hopefully we'll have some more great things to show. Have a good day all. God bless.